What's going on, YouTube? It's cold in the wood yard, but I'm dressed for it. Got my underpants on, got my double cotton socks plus wool socks over top, and I've only got 3 layers on. This is pretty warm. It doesn't do anything for the wind, but it's not windy now. But here's what I gotta do. I gotta get into some of this smoker wood. I haven't touched this in a while. And then back here, let me turn the light. I got some wood to put away into the crates. Got some apple that's green I'm going to be selling to a customer, so that's split up for him to go. And then I'm going to peel out some more apple for him, and then I'm going to split some of the sugar maple. A bunch of this is silver maple, which I don't really want to split now because it's not so good, but I will split a little bit of it, and then I'll see if I can get into some more of that cherry in the back there. But finally, the pile is dwindling down. We're getting close to the end here. Wood should be a little frozen, so it's going to split easier, but a lot of this stuff is semi-dry. And there's all kinds of sugar maple that's pretty dry here. So we'll start with the sugar maple. I got myself half a bag here already that I've had in my container. So we'll fill that bag up first. And then I guess I'll do some apple and a little bit of cherry too. That's pretty much all that's in here. There's a little bit of oak too, but this should be quick. Hey guys, I just want to spread some love within the Firewood community. I want you to do me a favor if you can. Go check out these channels and subscribe to them if you'd like. That's Daniel Atkins, Todd's Outside Again, and Joe's Firewood videos too. And also Adventure Rhoades. Rhoades is spelled R-H-O-A-D-E-S. That's my buddy Josh and his lovely wife Autumn, who has a great singing voice, and they're out in Kalkaska, Michigan, somewhat near Traverse City, and they do like a travel channel basically. It's kind of random, but it's mostly travel, so if you'd like to take a look at all those nice towns and places in the United States, then go check out their channel. I'll put the links in the description box. The truck update is coming towards the end of the video. This is a load of beech, this split wood here. I was going to make a crate, oops, not in there. I was going to make a crate full of beech, but I didn't quite get a whole load because some people will use it for smoking. Actually, what I should do is split it up for smoker wood. Get the chainsaw and cut it, because some people will use it, and I've had a request for it before, so maybe that's what I'll do. It's semi-dry. That's the wood that I got from behind me from the tree cutter who got booted. The hoarder. And I went back there today. And actually I was here last night as well. And some guys came and they took a bunch. They had a pickup truck and a skid steer. I think they're from next door, which is just beside him, because they're on the main boulevard, and I rent off of my landlord, and his unit is like an L shape, so I'm in the back. So I'm behind the guy who's on the street, and then the guy behind him, that guy is, I'm pretty sure I saw a skid steer parked in the middle. They just parked it right in the front. They probably went back in there today and cleaned out a bunch more, because there's not much wood in there left. They plowed up a bunch of the wood with the dirt. And yeah, there's really not much at all. And I looked, and there's a lot of Norway maple. There wasn't a lot of different species in there. As I was saying in the last video, I got a lot of boiler wood. There's a lot of mulberry. What else was in there? I didn't take much silver maple because it's not that good. But I'm just surprised I didn't see much sugar maple. But of course, it's probably because the guy didn't cut much of it anyway. That could be a possibility, or maybe he did something else with the sugar maple. But what else was in there? There was no oak. I didn't get one piece of oak in there. So I think the guy does some stuff with his other wood. Was there only a couple pieces of walnut? There was tons of honey locust. And there was no elm. If there was anything else, it was a very small amount. There was no black locust. There was a tiny bit of birch. Yeah, I'd like to see who they get in there next. They're probably going to go and take out a lot of that soil that was in there, which is basically tree bark broken down, because the guy never cleaned out any of the bark that he had in there. So, you know, the floor in there was like probably like 2 feet higher than it should have been, just because of all the debris that he had piling up on the ground there. Just kind of fit, yeah. If you guys saw my recent video of splitting the apple wood, you'll remember that it's split a lot harder than this stuff does. I'm just eating through this like as if it's cotton candy or something. Really enjoying this actually, because it was hell last time. You know what? I'm just gonna do a bunch of it. And I got this whole stack here. That's another stack of apple. And then the rest is mostly sugar maple. And then there's cherry. So I'll probably do some cherry next and just finish off that pile. And then even the sugar maple, I can fill my crate that has sugar maple over there. Okay, I just did a bag of cherry, and it was exactly the amount of pieces that I needed, as usual. And I've already cleared out the other bags. I did 8 bags so far. And then I'm just going to clean up this bark, and I'm going to get on to the stacking over here. Just topped up the machine with gas, and you can see my lovely stainless pan here. This is my exhaust deflector, because you can see the exhaust blows right into your face when you're operating the machine. Choke, throttle, pull. So I'm still trying to catch up on editing, and I've done a number of videos in a short amount of time, but it seems like I'm hardly catching up. I've thrown in a couple of videos extra along the way. The videos that I've thrown out have been from late November to early December, and this one's around late November too. A couple of the ones that I threw out, they were from a little later in December, but not really anyway. But as for the truck, well, that's just the whole fiasco. It's now January 24th. I'm still waiting on the truck. I've had delay after delay. So basically I have to change the motor, and the guy who has the motor, he was delayed in pulling the motor out of the truck because his water pump went, and it's a whole fiasco to try and change that water pump. A couple weeks after that, the guy's rear end blew, and I was just looking at it the other day. It's not just that the axle shaft snapped. He has to replace the whole rear end because it's all chewed up inside the housing. So still waiting, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff.